Hi friends, has your relationship hit boredom city? Is the romantic connection missing in your relationship? Well, you're not alone, because a lot of couples go through the same thing, particularly when they get married, they have a few children, and then, they settle down a bit, they get into a sort of like a mundane routine. And there could be many reasons why your relationship is losing or has lost that spark. Maybe, you've stopped dating like you used to, you've stopped listening to each other, and this has led to that spark that you had, that special thing, disappearing. And maybe there's even a deeper reason for this. Maybe your partner's cheated on you before, and you just haven't gotten over it, that feeling of betrayal. But you still want to make it work. Whatever's happened in your relationship, you still love each other, and you're at the stage where you both want to bring that excitement and that connectivity back into your relationship. But you just don't know really how to go about doing it. And this video is here to give you the quick 10 simple ways that you can reset your relationship, reclaim it, make it, special, make it energetic, and just take it really to the next level. Don't go away, I'm going to be back in a sec. Welcome back to Boost Your Personal Development. If you're new to this channel, my name is Elaine. I've created this channel in order to empower you in your relationships and on your personal growth journey. And if you like this video, please remember to subscribe, like and share. Love you. So what's the first thing that you need to do to kickstart your relationship? Now, the first thing I want to say though is that there's no magic switch. You don't switch on a light switch and it all happens. But as I said, if you're both committed, you want to make your relationship better, you want to make it healthy, you want to bring back that magic, the first thing that you need to do to reconnect and rekindle your relationship is to cast your mind back to when you went on your first date. What did you do? How did you feel? How did you connect with your partner? And it's about reconstructing that scene, that first date. Remember what you cooked, what you ate, like I said, how you felt. Did you feel, the heartstrings tugging, or just feel that level of excitement? And it's about bringing your relationship back to where it started, to rekindle that magic you had. So set the scene here, friends. You're going to be wearing the same outfit, you're going to be going to the same place, and you're going to rekindle, you're going to have that same level of excitement going on. So that's what I want you to do. That's the first thing. And the second thing I want you to do to revive your relationship is to appreciate that you've actually grown and developed since your first date, or since you were first dating. So you're not the same person that you were back then. And you're not going to want to do the same things, therefore. You're not going to want to go to the same nightclub, or maybe your partner doesn't want to go to nightclubs. Maybe you've outgrown it. Or you're not going to be as daring as it used to. Maybe you wore different kind of clothes, you had a different kind of outlook to life. And what you don't want to do is to force your partner to go back to the way they were at the very start, because that's going to put pressure on them. They're going to feel uncomfortable, really, to go back to exactly how they were at the start. Now, I know I said to reconstruct the first date, but that doesn't mean that you're reconstructing your mindset, because, as I say, you would have developed and grown. So appreciate that your partner is a different person from the person you were dated, say 10, 20 years ago, or even 5 years ago, or even 3-4 months ago. So the advice I would give you here, friends, is sit down with your partner and think about what you both enjoy doing together now that you've grown into your relationship. So the third way to revive your relationship is to allow your partner space to play. What do I mean by this? Well, I mean to understand that your partner also needs to connect with you, but they need to connect with themselves as well. Because when you're in a relationship, it can be so much about the relationship and the responsibilities that you have towards your children, your job, other people around you, parents, siblings, friends, etc. And in the midst of all this, you can sometimes forget who you are, forget yourself, essentially. And in fact, you may not even be allowed to be yourself because you've got so much going on. So what you have to do is to understand your partner on their terms. You know, what did they dream about when they were young? What were their goals? What did they think about when they were younger, so that they can reconnect with their younger self? And I'm not saying that they're going to want to do the same things that they were doing when they were a child, but you can get a feeling of what they were like, you know, who they were like as a child, what they like doing, so that you can understand them more, build that sort of connection. So it's about talking to your partner to rekindle that romance that's missing. And it's important, therefore, to listen to what your partner's saying and have fun together to revive what's super special in your relationship. So what's the fourth way to revive your relationship? And that is to work out your common goals. Because the reality is your relationship needs a direction to grow. It needs purpose to grow. When you have goals, this allows it to happen. And if you believe that there's certain things that are missing in your relationship, certain ingredients that it needs, then you can work towards it because you know what your common ground is. So let's say, for example, that you think your partner needs to do more around the house, you know, for it to be more of an equal relationship. Do they need to pay more of the bills? Do they need to pick up the children more often? Discussing this will help you determine what your core values are, and that's really important because it affects the decisions that you make as a couple going forward. So work out your common ground, sit down, decide, you know, what your goals are, what you want to achieve with your relationship, and what you need to do in order for it to happen. And the fifth way to reconnect in your relationship is to get your family involved a bit more. That's if you get along with your family. So it's involving your children, your wider family, into the community of your relationship. And research reveals that it can improve your general happiness, your life satisfaction, and create good mental and physical health when you get your wider family involved. So it's about building time together. You can go on barbecues, create barbecues, go on family trips together. So instead of just you know, your children and your partner, it brings a bit more flavour and activity to what's going on already. And if you're looking for more inspiration, please check out my website, boostyourpersonaldevelopment.com. I've put a ton of content there designed to keep empowering you on your personal growth journey. A link is down below in the description, and back to the video. And that brings me to the seventh way to revive your relationship, and that is to appreciate that staying together is the best option. And that's the case even if you're going through tough times. And there was a research that's carried out in 91, and it reveals that being married actually reduces the likelihood of you experiencing depression and psychiatric disorder compared to if you're not married. So the act of actually being married or being in a relationship and staying together, that actually builds a healthier mindset. And getting a divorce or separating makes you more prone to depression. Even if you're experiencing problems, sticking it out is a better option mentally than actually separating and divorcing. So if you're struggling with your partnership, it's better to stay together than actually getting a divorce or separating. It's worth making the effort, therefore, to actually go on counselling. You know, if you're experiencing problems, it doesn't have to be for major things. It could just be, for example, that you feel that your relationship is a bit heavy, that you are being weighed down. Oftentimes counselling can actually help you to overcome this and make you appreciate that your relationship is something worth saving. And the eighth way to rekindle your relationship is to make intimacy more of a priority. So you don't have to schedule it in your diary or anything like that, but what's important is for you to make sure that it doesn't go to the bottom of the pile. Because when you have so many things going on, children, friends, family, work, sometimes being intimate is the last thing on your mind. And it doesn't have to be, for example, having intercourse. It could be just going on a romantic date, or just going for a walk with the children and just talking about what's on your mind. That brings you closer together and you build in intimacy that way. And what's the 9th way to rekindle your relationship? And that's to tell your partner that you love them, that you find them attractive. And I know it can sound really basic, really, when you think about it, because it's something that you're supposed to do. But very often when you've been with somebody for so long, it's missing. You don't tell your partner that you really appreciate them, what you find romantic, what you find brings in a spark to your situationship that you have. You don't do this because it's just life getting in the way, basically. But that's a really positive way of building intimacy and building a more closer connection with your partner. And it's a really massive way of just rekindling that flame, lighting that fire. And what's the 10th way to revive your relationship? And that is to appreciate that whatever you're going through, whatever the reason is for your disconnect, most couples experience exactly the same thing at some point. However, if you're committed to make it happen, to stay together, you get to the root cause of why your relationship has changed. You sit down, you talk about it, you make your partner speak, or you allow your partner to speak, should I say, and you listen to what they have to say, even though it may be difficult for you to hear. I'm sure that your relationship will be revived, that spark will be rekindled if you both have the intention for it to happen. Thanks for watching this video, friends. Love you so much. Please remember to subscribe, like and share this video, and I will see you in the next one next Sunday. Take care for now.